Ryan from Niche Facts, and today I'm going to discuss the Staples affiliate program. So according to Wikipedia, Staples is an American B2B company that provides businesses and customers with office products and solutions. It's not just B2B, obviously you can go on Staples and buy their products, so you don't have to be it's not strictly a B2B, it's also a B2C. It's fallen on hard times, and I linked to an article that kind of describes their fall from their financial glory days. Obviously, Amazon is a big competitor, and it's really eaten up a lot of the market. Everybody knows that. It's not really news to anybody. In terms of earning potential, you can see that 3-month EPC is $70, 7-day EPC is $76. So basically, every 100 clicks, this is what publishers are earning, with a 1% to 5% commission rate on a bunch of different products. You can see here. One confusion that I discovered is, that's not it. Actually, so yeah, on their affiliate page here, on the Staples site, they say there's sort of a confusion between the two on things like printers and laptops are actually listed as eligible within CJ, but not if you go to this page, which is on Staples. I would just trust this, and if you were really interested in promoting Staples, I would email see under more info affiliates. You can see this email right here. I would email them just to make sure that I have a clear understanding of what is eligible to be promoted. So that's just like right off the top. There is a discrepancy here between these two pages, but CJ is probably correct, but this is where the actual affiliate network that's managing all of these the terms. So it's more likely this page just wasn't updated. But it's a good learning. If you're an affiliate, you really want to be on the ball with things like this to make sure that you understand what's eligible. Like for instance, $0 on gift cards. Like this is also a little bit confusing. Commission 1% at the top and then $0 flat on gift cards. Like I would, for whatever, it's probably unlikely you're going to be promoting a Staples gift card, but I would want to know, is it 1% on gift cards with no flat rate? So if it's a $100 gift card, am I getting $1 with no flat rate? Or is it just nothing on gift cards at all? Things like that are just good to know. $0 flat on laptops and desktop computers. But if you So yeah, it's a little bit confusing. I'm not sure if this 1% means you get 1% on laptops, but it's definitely something to get clear about before you promote a program. You really have to do your homework. And things like this, and inside of CJ, they have exclusions, like basically for PPC stuff. Like they don't want you bidding on certain things. Like it's always usually the same thing. They don't want you bidding on brand terms like Staples, but they do have recommended bidding keywords. So for example, like they recommend you bidding on laptop, but up here it's like laptop is $0 flat, 1% commission. So obviously you don't want to be bidding on a keyword that potentially has a very either non-existent, is non-commissionable, or is incredibly low. Just things to think about. And then also I would say, since it's a business that seems to be on its last legs. If you read some of the information about them, I'm not big into like stocks or like understanding their corporate performance, but things like this, like if you were interested in promoting Staples, I would use an affiliate link management tool, and I use Thirsty Affiliates, and I'll put a link in the description for that. I am an affiliate for it. But basically what it would enable you to do is say you want to promote this particular computer desk, you could link to every instance of the word computer desk across your website and link it to this particular computer desk or even this category page. And say in the worst case, maybe Staples goes out of business, the affiliate program closes, or this becomes non-commissionable, you could quickly pivot and in the back end change it to a different link. Like you can't use Thirsty Affiliates with Amazon because it cloaks the link. That's just one important thing to keep in mind. You can't do any sort of link cloaking, link management with Amazon. That's a violation. But this is a good way to manage links in the background outside of Amazon and test how something converts. So say you're pushing every instance of this word to staples, and you can very quickly see how it performs. So it's something I would recommend doing just to be safe. If Staples goes out of business, you don't want to be left holding the bag on 1,000 affiliate links you have to change by hand. If you had managed them correctly from the beginning, you can just swap out a link in the back end and then you're good to go. Those are things I've learned over time. I've made a lot of those mistakes. So back to the post, and one of the things I like to do with any affiliate program is just to run Staples, or run the affiliate program website through Ahrefs, and I did that here, and I put in some keyword research. And you could download this right here, download CSV. You could search it like this. It's a very handy little tool. So you can see all these different things that they rank for, and this is a good way to get an understanding of, like, say you want to do SEO. Everyone wants to do SEO for affiliate because it's one of the easiest ways to do like passive income. It's just to get organic traffic flowing through to your website on a recurring basis and just pushing it to your affiliate partner. And this is a good way to get an idea of what Staples has in stock, what people are going to Staples for, and the difficulty of the keyword. So it would orient what sort of content you produce. Like if you want to promote Staples, you would want to produce content around things like computer desks or office supplies. And just keep in mind that you're not just going for this singular keyword. Like there's going to be a million keywords behind this. Maybe not a million, obviously, but a lot of long tail traffic. And so for this, I chose an example of Avery labels. So I guess it's like a type of label that you can create. And even if you do like a very simple auto suggest, and I use keywords everywhere to get these kind of keywords volumes to appear. You can see Avery Labels template is 5,500 searches a month. Avery Labels 5160 is 6,600. Size is 36. So you can see, like, if I were to do a post on Avery Labels, it would be something, I don't know, what the H1 would include Avery Labels, and then all the H2s, I'd structure the page with information about templates, and then this particular 5160 is probably a specific SKU or product type of Avery Labels. Just like helpful information about whatever this is. And then so I'd have like a long post targeting all these different keywords. And there's even more. So I would even take I would just run Avery Labels through Ahrefs and get even more long tail traffic for it. So I'll even do that right now just to be like, the way I would do it, I would go like this. And then I'd have the Ahrefs SERP overlay enabled. So you can see, this is actually the Avery website. Let's see, so Amazon, I wonder if they'll give me the keywords for Amazon individual page. Okay, yeah. So this is Amazon product page, and you can see that's a crazy amount of searches for just that term, 125,000. Avery over 250,000, and then you get more into the weeds here. You got Avery Labels, and you can see the keyword difficulty right here. Like, look at this: 1, 1, 6, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So yeah, there's a ton of good opportunity here. Avery 8163, keyword difficulty 1. Just tons and tons of stuff. 370 keywords this Amazon product page ranks for. So that's sort of how I would do the keyword research, and I would create the content in a logical way, like something like one of these keywords would sit at the top as an H1, and then flowing down the page I have as it makes sense, H2, H2, something like that. I'd have to understand the topic a little bit better before I just go haywire on it, but I would just structure the page and incorporate these keywords. So that's how I would do SEO for something like this. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's not. If you compare it with Amazon, it's not like Amazon's always going to win, but if I had to promote Staples, I would really try to get a sense of the unique products that it has. So for example, like I queued up a page like this, a computer desk on Amazon versus Staples. And I would want to see that there are unique products I could promote within Staples and within Amazon. So if I were to do it, I would think about I would have one large post about something like computer desk, and maybe I would have 10 Amazon products, and then throw in a call to action for Staples, check Staples prices and send them to a category page. That's sort of my preference, because I just know that Amazon converts so much better. That would sort of be how I would do it. Maybe I test pushing traffic to it. But it would take a little bit of homework to dive into the weeds of, okay, these are the products that Staples has, and how can it outperform Amazon? Wedding invitations, things like, try to find some unique things inside of here: envelopes, gaming chairs, filing cabinets, laser printers, yard signs. You'd want to see what sort of competitive advantage you can leverage to make Staples a more appealing affiliate partner than Amazon, which is very hard to do, because Amazon is really the king of everything at this point. But it's worth, experimenting. Like I said, if I had a big Amazon listicle, I would, throw in some calls to action for Staples and just track performance through first the affiliates over time, just see how it performs. It really depends on your website, the type of traffic you get. The other thing I would mention is that Amazon doesn't let you send out email affiliate links inside of emails, but Staples does, or at least doesn't say that you can't within here. So you could, if you have a big email list, it would be much easier to do some direct response marketing with Staples as opposed to Amazon, where you could potentially get banned for sending out an affiliate link in an email. That's another competitive advantage that you may not realize that you can leverage with something like Staples. And of course, there are a lot of people who do send out affiliate links with Amazon, but they may be white labeled, or they may just be not be caught yet. So I wouldn't obviously recommend doing that. But if you have an email list, this is something that you could consider doing, is promoting Staples through to your email list. Okay, so going further down the page, we already covered the commissionable items. So there's also the idea that Staples does have exclusive brands. So if you click this link, I dug up some of their exclusive, and these are not the most exciting opportunities. They have their own customizable notebook system. So that's not the flashiest, sexiest topic, obviously. Bright and professional. So these are facility supplies. So these are things, as I was sort of just discussing, Amazon likely isn't going to have, unless, I'm not even sure, maybe Amazon sells these somehow. Maybe they do. Bright and professional. These don't look there's not a lot of reviews. These may just be, it's not like Staples itself sells on, maybe it does, I'm not even sure if Staples sells on Amazon. I mean, there's Staples products here, obviously, but Staples as a brand, I'm not sure that it's different. I don't think Staples is selling on here. It wouldn't make sense for them to, I guess. But you'll see Staples products, but it's not like Staples itself is a seller, I don't think. So going back to this is an exclusive brand to Staples. And then, so I dug up an affiliate site that actually reviews their ARC notebook system, and I created a little GIF here. So you can see it right here. Whoops, that's the notebook system. But the site itself is right here. So this person is an organization specialist, and she did a review of the ARC notebook system from Staples. And there's a link here. I'm just looking at the link. I think this is an affiliate link right there. I think. Don't quote me on that. But either way, this is an example of a product review of a exclusive Staples brand product. And you can see Ahrefs estimates 24 visits a month, keywords 96. So this is just an estimation of the organic traffic that goes to the page. You can see number 5 for Staples Arc System Review, volume 70. So these aren't the sort of keywords I would personally target because it's way too low a search volume. Although you can see Arc Notebook, this is like the e-commerce query sitting at 27. So this is ideally where a keyword like this you want to rank, you need to rank in like the top 5 to get some significant traffic here. She ends up ranking for a lot of the modified keywords like reviews, things like that, like longer tail, lower volume queries. But the golden keyword right here is going to be Arc Notebook, which is she's at position 27, position 38. So you can see how these things sort of go. It's like it's a relatively low volume keyword to begin with, and like say for example, if this were a 50,000 a month search term, sitting below it, like something like a keyword review. Let's see what the URL has it. So say the primary keyword was like 50,000, the review keyword, instead of being 70, would be something like 5,000. So ranking number 5 for something like that would be a lot more lucrative than what is currently occurring, where she's ranking, number 5 for a 70 search a month term. This is something to think about when you do product reviews. You really want to analyze the keyword search volume and then go beneath the surface to kind of examine the potential behind the scenes, because a lot of times they'll never rank for this thing because it's an e-commerce query. People searching for this, and Google is basically assuming or understands that you're looking to buy it, so it's going to put sites above you that have it for sale. That's generally how it works. So it's a solid, like this person has some nice product images here, some long form text, not a lot of calls to action. This is not a very advanced affiliate review, but that's sort of like there's not many people reviewing this, so it is what it is. But it's a good object lesson in keyword research and affiliate promotion. So I would say maybe Staples is worth promoting. Just you could potentially experiment sending some traffic to it, but it's not something I would promote. I've done a lot of with my own product review sites. Like I've experimented pushing traffic to things like Staples, and generally they just convert at such a low percentage. And then what often happens is like you forget about the link and it breaks, or the product goes out of stock, and it's like you never know. And then eventually when you become aware that the link is broken, it's like 6 months have gone by and you're pushing traffic to something that's not even alive anymore. So it's really hard to compete with Amazon. But I keep sort of saying, I would experiment. The easiest way I've found to experiment is using thirsty affiliates for something like this. Like I would try to, like for example, if I had to do it, like if I had a website with like office supplies, like maybe I would experiment using thirsty affiliates to cloak a Staples category page like this, and just use the CJ lets you do like deep, see this CJ deep link, like I have it as a bookmark. You click into it. I'm not part of Staples, so this won't even work for me. But if you are, you can get a deep URL to a page like this, and then cloak it using thirsty affiliates, and then auto link every instance of a keyword office supplies to this page, or any keywords you want. So that's how I would experiment. And then I would just set like a Google Calendar reminder, like 7 days from now, check to see how it's performing within CJ and how many clicks you're getting within the affiliates. So that's it for this review. Just let me know in the comments section what you think, whether you've ever promoted staples, and if you have any requests for content